Welcome to a new Monday morning routine. It's Coffee with Strangers with Kelli Lemon.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kelli Lemon, and welcome to Coffee with Strangers. In this week's episode, I'm grabbing coffee with Ryan Kopacsi at WPA Bakery in Churchill. Ryan is the band director for the famous Peppas, VCU's pep band, and has some interesting things to share with you that you might not know about him. Well, Ryan, first of all, thank you for taking the time to talk to me over some coffee.
Man.
And speaking of coffee, do you drink coffee often?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
What kind? Any flavors?
Strong and black. Strong and black.
I figured you would say that.
Yeah.
So Ryan, you're not a stranger to me in terms of what you do, but a little bit for those that see you on the sidelines of VCU basketball games as the leader of the Peppas. Talk a little bit about your role at VCU.
It's evolved.
Yeah.
It's evolved, and I tell the kids this all the time. You know, back earlier in the time with pre-Peppas, pre-name, it was just about being an entertaining show.
Yeah.
You know, I was the spectacle. But now as time has gone on and as I've gotten older and I start losing hair and, you know, the wrinkles are coming, now we've built a program where the band is what it is by itself. And now it's my job to motivate these kids to step out of the box.
You've seen VCU change. Would you ever have thought that a big art school would have a large sports recognition? That's number one. And then number two, that you could build a band that was almost as famous as the players and the coaches.
Man, it's crazy because, you know, I say it all the time, Richmond's not a sports town. You know, I think it's an apathetic sports town for the most part. You know, if it's not wrestling, NASCAR, or something like that, monster trucks, it's not selling out. But, you know, VCU has changed the climate. We've embraced what the lineage of coaches have put there, and people love it.
Yeah.
They want to bring their families.
Yeah.
And, man, yeah, I would have never thought.
Yeah.
I would have never thought.
VCU basketball games is something to do now. A lot of people know you from the sidelines, but you do have a 9-to-5. I mean, you do work a real job in the city.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm a Richmond City firefighter, so it's not a 9-to-5. It's 24 hour at a time, 10 days a month, and you know, I'm incredibly lucky and fortunate to be able to not only entertain the people of the city, but to serve them as well.
Fireman music. I mean, what did you think? Let me put this fire out and then play the horn. Like, how did you even get there?
Man, it was like a prerequisite to be a firefighter that I had to have a music degree from VCU. So that's how I decided to use my music.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I was working in construction. I was a project manager, and well, you know, it's no big secret that the economy kind of went down south. And I was 30 years old. I got laid off. I didn't have a job. Really down on myself, and so I went every avenue that I could, and I applied to Richmond Fire. And a year later, I got called, and it was so bizarre because when I got the phone call, I thought it was a friend playing a prank on me. So they were like, "Hey, this is Richmond Fire." I was like, "Whatever." Click.
You didn't hang up on
Yeah, I did. And they called back and were like, "No, really?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, I'm so sorry." Yes. And dude, it's been history from there. And it has been great.
Richmond is that town that people are coming to now. 15 years ago, me nor you would have thought that we would be a place that foodies love to come to, craft beer loves to come to, that we're the #1 river city. But tell me how you thought Richmond was going to transition.
Yeah, I remember my dad bringing me through the city, and I was like, man, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But the change has been remarkable.
Yeah.
And we've gotten some really good people in this town now, and it's all working for the better.
Are you a believer that VCU made a major change for the city?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where do you stay? Not actual physical address, but what part of town do you live in?
I live in Carver.
Okay. What made you move there?
Well, 7 years ago, I was just looking for something to do, and I was working at that construction company, and I saw this lot of land, and it was empty, and me and a buddy of mine just went in and built a house.
Yeah.
I'd never built a birdhouse before, and so we built a house, and you know, it's not perfect, but I'm happy to say it's still standing.
Yeah.
And
it's yours.
It's mine, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Richmond is one of those towns that it's not going to jump out at you. It's not going to, you're not going to, it's not like New York. It's not going to be like, wow, there's stuff everywhere. But if you know a little bit about this town, you know that there are great spots everywhere, man. Everywhere. And there's always a story behind something.
Yeah.
And the story is what's captivating.
Yeah.
But like one of the coolest things to do is during the day when the weather's nice, just walk.
Yeah.
It's just walk.
Yeah.
I mean, Monument Avenue, you walk down the middle and you're just like, think back to how that was back in the day. Like those were the cream of the crop people. I mean, they had all the money.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, this is still here and this is still awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Tell me what you love about Richmond.
My promotion on the city is the river.
Yeah.
Come down and have fun and all the festivals. Man, there's a festival. Man, when
it's
there's a festival today.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because it's like 58 degrees. There's a festival today.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much to do. There's coffee shops like this one.
Yeah.
And it's a great leisure town. It's a great leisure town.
To hear the rest of my interview with Ryan, check out the Coffee with Strangers podcast on iTunes. See you next week.